Okay, now in this video sizobe discussing now question 8 uvela kule question paper ka November 2016. In the description box kunamanye ama video ongawabukela for questions ongaphendulile for this question paper. So question 8 wethu unama questions awu 8.1 all the way up to 8.4. Right, so lago 8.1 but a machine cost 25,000 rand in 2016. Calculate the book value of the machine after 4 years if it depreciates at 9% per annum according to the reducing balance. So let's say for instance the machine abakhuluma ngayo la it's a printing machine, right? Uthenge a printing machine for 25,000 rand, right, in 2016. Then 4 years later, that's like 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. In 2020, you had to sell lo machine, right? Uthengile nge 25,000 rand. Because of anything oyithengayo e shop, it depreciates in value, right? So after 4 years, in 4 years later, nangabe uplana ukuthengisa le printing machine, anyeke uyithengise nge 25,000 rand, but instead uyithengisa at a lower value because of anything oyithengayo, it depreciates in value. Right, so 4 years later, kwamele calculate the book value, right? The book value it's like the depreciated amount of the printing machine yethu le. So sifuna ukwazi ukuthi after 4 years it depreciated kangakanani, or what's the value of the machine after 4 years. 8.1 depreciation, there's two ways of calculating a depreciation. The first one is reducing balance, the other one is the straight line method, right? But the tina so sebenzisa this one, the reducing balance. So not a straight line, but okay, but it's the reducing balance method. Now the A value A wethu lana kuyoba u 25. Wait ngithini manje wait let's keep it data na. The accumulated amount or the book value, it's unknown. A, it's unknown. The principal amount or the present or the purchasing amount, 25,000 rand. And then the N, the number of years, it's what? It's 4. And then I, the interest rate is 0.09, which is 9% per annum, according to the reducing balance method. So now data yet, we're just going to substitute and calculate the value of A or the book value. So therefore nang substitute lana P ubano 25,000, 1 minus I 0.09 raised to exponent 4 as calculated. It's 25, 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 0.09 raised to exponent 4. Answer is 17,000 rand 143 and 74 cents. So now I answer here today. So the cost of the machine, of the printing machine, in our case the printing machine, it's 17,143 rand and 74 cents. So now bes plan ukuthengisa lo machine 4 years later, so uthengisa ngale amount le, right? Now 8.2, the nominal interest rate of an investment is 12.35% per annum compounded monthly. Calculate the effective interest rate, right? So lana sifuna the effective interest rate. The effective interest rate is calculated using the formula le 1 plus effective interest rate is equal to, in bracket it's 1 plus nominal interest rate divided by the compounding period. In our case it's monthly, so anyway to yoba 12. Sifuna calculator the effective interest rate. So the effective interest rate, also but it's compounded monthly. Sifuna ukwazi ukuthi what's the sort of like the return annually, right? Annually. Uma siyicalculate ngonyaka wonke le 12.35% per annum compounded monthly, right? At the end of the year isinikeza interest engakanani or a percentage for the whole year ingakanani. That's the effective or the brief definition for effective interest rate, right? For the effective interest rate, let us substitute. Nang substitute lana nominal interest rate ngifaka yona divided by 12, which is the compounding period. Therefore transpose low 1 so that ikusale lo I effective. So nang transpose I end up with this. So let us calculate 1 minus 0.1235 divided by 12, close bracket, raised to exponent 12. Wait, it's plus la. It's plus minus 1 equal to okay, then I think would see in the source. You fix it to 4 decimal places. 0.1307. Why is to 4 decimal places? Is because of what's this? E percentage is quoted as in 2 decimal places. So le answer ngizoyithola la komele ngibeke in 4 decimal places ngoba the effective interest rate is equal to 0.1307. But the answer yami ekugcineni komele ibe expressed as a percentage. So this is the decimal point of a percentage, right? So mina nangoyibhala the effective interest rate ngiyibhala as a percentage. So as a percentage it's 0.13.07%. If ngithe 0.13 lana ngibhala as in 2 decimal places, answer yami about 13.00. Yabo ukuthi ngiluze lo 0.07% la. So always ibhala as 4 decimal places or ibhale yonke, right? Now uqeda ukuyibhala yonke bese na ubhala i-answer yakhe ekugcineni uyiquota as a 2 decimal place answer la, i-percentage yakho. Right, so this is our effective interest rate, right? So at the end of the year uthola 13% nangabe i-nominal interest rate yakho it's 12.35%. 8.3, the value of a property increased from 145,000 rand to 221,292.32 over 6 years. Calculate the average annual rate of increase of the property over 6 years. So uma uzothenga iproperty, let's say uthenga iproperty, uthenga indlu, indlu yakho maybe over the year, over the 6-year period we renovateile, wayipainta yaba kahle, and then maybe kuleyo ndawo uhlala kiyo then bayidevelopa, maybe kwaba nama-parks, kwaba nama-malls, kwaba nezinto ezinhle nje. Zonke lezi zinto lezi engizibalile and other things engakazibalanga like ziya contributor to increasing i-value ye-property yakho ke. So that's why sithi look, i-property it's an asset because over time it increases in value. So lana ke sithi i-property yakho i-appreciateile from 145,000 rand to 221,000 rand and a couple of rands, right? So let's calculate the average annual rate of increase of the property. 8.3. Okay, let's take out the data. So the accumulated amount is 221,292 and 32 cents, and then the present value, the purchasing price, we taking imali in the property yakho nga 145,000 rand. So we appreciate over isikhathi esingakanani for 6 years, and then sifuna calculator sifuna calculator there the interest rate, the annual interest rate. So appreciation yenzani ya appreciator level, right? So appreciation si calculator using this formula. Basically sisebenzisa the compound interest formula, A equal to P 1 plus I raised to exponent n raised to exponent n. So now data yet we're just going to substitute lana. So substitute I think logo. So after substitution, remember ngifuna ubani I A ilo 221,000 rand, 145,000 rand to P, and then raised to exponent n. Since ngifuna calculate to I have to divide both sides by 145,000. So when I divide, I cancel these ones out, and then ngisala naloku again. Right, since ngifuna I and I ungaphakathi kwale bracket, ngiyothatha the 6th root on both sides of the equation, so that ngizokwazi ukucancela exponent 6. The exponent 6 ngicancela ngani nge6th root, right? But I have to take it on both sides. So after taking the 6th root, I end up with this. Okay, kwamele ngitranspose lo 1 so that ikusala ubani, so that ikusala lo n lo, right? So after transposing 1, I end up with this. Okay, let's calculate again, manje. The 6th root, okay, see, up the 6th root of 292.32 cents, 145, 123 minus 1 equal to 0.0730. So in 4 decimal places, times 100. Yes, times 100 is equal to 7.30 in 2 decimal places. In 2 decimal places, the I is going to be equal to 7.30. So it's basically the same thing in lapha. The effective interest rate is equal to this. Then I multiply 100 because of it's a percentage. I multiply by 100 in total 13.07. So now ngiyenze the same thing as above. So the interest rate is equal to the annual interest rate is equal to 7.30%. So it means every year your property yakho will increase by 7.30% over the period of 6 years, right? So 8.4, but before ngizophendula 8.4, let me erase lana kuqala. Okay, now so far sikhulume ngani? Sikhulume nge-depreciation, sakhuluma ngama ku 8.1 sikhulume nge-depreciation, lana sakhuluma nge-appreciation ku 8.3, ku 8.2 besicalculate effective interest rate. 8.4, the last question. Lana ke sikhuluma ngama timelines ke, right? Ngama timelines, because of there's a lot of things happening during a period of time. We change lana change our interest rate, but in the account several things happens. Deposit imali siya withdraw siphinde deposit foot, right? I think you found the question. Tebogo made an initial deposit of 15,000 rand into an account that paid interest at 9.6 per annum compounded quarterly. So maybe uTebogo decide ukusave imali, mhlawumbe ufuna ukubuy imoto or something, ufuna ukuthenga imoto, or I don't know, maybe mhlawumbe ufuna ukuvula business in the future, something like that. And then 6 months later, she withdrew 5,000 rand from the account. 2 years after the initial deposit, she deposited another 3,500 rand into this account. How much does she have in the account 3 years after her initial deposit? Okay, it's too much. It's too much. Let's throw a timeline again, right? Let's throw a timeline and read the question again. So now a timeline here to right? There's nothing yet, but sizoyi fill in as we read. Tebogo made an initial deposit of 15,000 rand into the account that paid an interest at 9.6% per annum compounded quarterly. So this is what's happening here. Initially T0 at T0 initially, right? Initially it's T0. So si enta imalini 15,000 rand into the account. 6 months later, she withdrew 5,000 rand from the account. T6, 6 months later, she ukhipha imali yena uTebogo. Ukhipha 5,000 rand. Mhlawumbe I don't know. Ukhipha imali mhlawumbe there's an emergency. Imoto yakhe iphukile or angazi mhlawumbe there's something afuna ukuyenza masinyana nje. It's just a matter of urgency. So keep 5,000 rand from lama savings wakhe la, right? And then 2 years later after the initial deposit, so from the initial deposit 2 years later wenzani u-eda 3,500 rand into this account. Ngoba ngikhipha imali, how about maybe ngifake 3,500 rand, right? So senginemali manje ngibonusile or something, I think ngifake more money into the account, 3,500 rand into the account. But for this whole period, this whole time, there was a compound. This whole time, interest rate it remained the same. It was 9.6 compounded quarterly. Actually, it's for a period of 3 years, from T0 to 3 years, right? So the 15,000 rand yohlala for a period of 3 years, and then le withdrawal le izoluza ama interest for this period, and then this 3,500 rand izo enama interest for this 1 year period, right? So this whole time, Lynn, this whole 3 year period time, sibene interest rate a constant of 9.6 per annum compounded quarterly. Okay, now the question is, how much does she have in the account 3 years after her initial deposit, right? After her initial deposit. So bheka ke manje la, we want to know la ku 8.4, since it's compounded, so it's A equal to P 1 plus I raised to exponent n, right? It's compounded, right? It's a timeline, but different things are happening. So initially sifaka imalini 15,000 rand. So for this 15,000 rand, yohlala for how many years? Yohlala for 3 years in the account. So it's 3 times 4 equal to 12. It's 3 years times 4, since it's compounded what? Quarterly. It's compounded quarterly. So bheka ke manje lana sizothi for the 15,000 rand, 15,000 rand in bracket 1 plus 0.096 divided by 4 raised to exponent bani 12, since it's compounded quarterly, right, for a period of 3 years. The 15,000 rand yohlala in this account for a period of 3 years, right? And then subtract the 5,000 rand 6 months later. So 5,000 rand in bracket 1 plus 0.096 divided by 4 raised to exponent 10, raised to exponent 10. So from T0 to 6 months kunama quarters ayingaki ku 6 months. So kunama quarters ayingaki ku 6 months? I2, right? So ku 12 ngikhipha 2 yama quarters ngisala nangaki? Ngisala na 10, right? From T0 to lana, it's 6 months, right? But the effect lena, or the withdrawal of 5,000 rand, is always ama interest of how many quarters? 10 yama quarters. So lana, that's why yoba ubani raised to exponent 10, raised to exponent 10. Okay, raised to exponent 10 plus siyabuya ke mais eta 3,500 rand. Uyabuya eta 3,500 rand into the account, and then this 3,500 rand yohlala for a period of 1 year. And as siyazi with the 1 year in how many quarters? In 4 quarters. So now it's going to be plus 1 0,096. Ama interest akachanganga for this whole period of 3 years, divided by 4 raised to exponent 4, since izohlala for 1 year le 3,000 rand. So izo accumulator ama interest over a period of 1 year, but this withdrawal you lose ama interest for a period of 10 quarters, and then this 15,000 rand is earner ama interest for a period of 3 years. So it's 12 yama quarters. So that's it. Yeah, ama timelines. So nangabu uthola a question like this one, it becomes useful. Ama timelines aba useful nangabe uyawadraw in such a case. In such a case, so let us calculate this one again. So it's 15,000 rand, open bracket 1 plus 0,096 divided by 4 raised to exponent 12 minus 5,000 rand, 1 plus 0,096 divided by 4, dividing of 4. Yeah, okay, raised to exponent 10 plus 3,005, open bracket 1 plus 0,096 divided by 4 raised to exponent 4 equal to 17,000 rand, 448 and how many cents? 46 cents. So this is our answer. So in such a question we are doing a timeline so that uzokwazi ukuloganja ukuthola the correct periods for ama transactions wakho in the account. So 8.4 is the last question for question 8. Thanks for watching. As usual, nanga we enjoy this video, please ungakhombisa support for this channel by liking and sharing nabangani bakho and subscribing as well. So now when a question as well, asikhulume in the comment section. So for now, thanks for watching. Asibonane on the next video, and bye bye.